everyone, and welcome back to Day 14. Today we're taking the first step into Colorwork, adding stripes. So stripes are one of the easiest way to introduce a second color, and they instantly make any project more fun and more dynamic. Today we will work at a simple striped coaster, the perfect way to practice changing colors smoothly without carrying floats or dealing with tension issue. Plus, you can customize it with your favorite colors. Let's jump into it. For today's project, you'll need our 8 USA 5mm knitting needles, 2 colors of worsted weight yarn. I am working with Kremke Vegan Cashmere 100% cotton and want to add this Metallico from Hobby, who is polyamide, acrylic and merino wool, just to this pop of color. I really like it. Then scissors and a tapestry needle. Now, before you started, a quick introduction about stripes in knitting. They are super simple. You just switch colors at the start of an even row and keep knitting. Not complicated techniques, just a seamless transition from one color to another. We will work to a simple custom pattern with 2 colors alternating every 2 rows to create these clean classic stripes. As usual, we start with 15 stitches long tail cast on in color 1. This will be what is called the main color, but for this project we use 50% of main color and 50% of contrast color, so I just call them color 1 and color 2. So in color 1, after casting on 15 stitches, you just start knitting your first 2 rows. We are working in garter stitch. That just means you knit every row. Now, I've done 2 rows and that's come the fun part. I will add my color 2. As usual, I love to pick the yarn from the center. I leave a little bit of tail and I will simply start working with my second color. The first stitch will be totally loose and that's fine. See? It's already showing up. You can tighten this previous row a little bit, and when we reach the end of this row, we tie the first stitch. Our first 2 stripes are done. And that's it. No knots, no stress. You carry the yarn, the not working yarn from the side. From the next row, I just pick up the color one and start knitting again. Really simple. So neat. I love it. And you just continue knitting, alternating 2 rows in color 1 and 2 rows in color 2 until you reach 4 inches or 10 centimeters. It's super easy. And it's a great way to experiment with colors, to create this clean look, and you can add stripes literally to everything. See how the stripes are forming? Once you finish all your rows, it's time to bind off. So using the yarn from your last row without changing color, you just do a standard bind off. So you knit and bind off each stitches as you go. Then you cut your working yarn and pass it through. Then you cut your contrast color yarn. Now you can block it and waving in those hands. Now you know how to add stripes to your knitting. This simple technique is so easy and it opens so many creative possibilities. Create things about blankets, scarves, sweaters. You can add strips to anything. Now let me know in the comments what color combination you choose. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss the next day. Happy knitting!